Hi bloggers, I want to introduce you to one of my newest favorite tea companies, Two Leaves and a Bud. They have an expansive line of organic teas that I have simply fallen in love with. I'm just showing you four of my favorite flavors here, or at least four of the bagged flavors that I own, which is the Pommy Berry, the White Peony, the African Sunset, and the Chamomile. The chamomile is one of my absolute favorites. It isn't your typical chamomile. It has a hint of apple to it, which is not something I typically enjoy in a tea, but this really has an incredible flavor to it. It's perfect for pre-bedtime. It is a wonderfully light flavored tea. The African Sunset is my favorite overall. They have this as well as a green rooibos tea. And rooibos tea is my favorite of the herbal teas. I think they're just the lightest type of tea, but they have such a punch. Absolutely no caffeine in the rooibos tea either. I try to steer clear of caffeine, and if I do consume it, I only do so in low quantity. The thing about the African Sunset rooibos that they have, they've infused it with lemongrass, so it has a great flavor, and the lemongrass just stands out so well within this tea. The white peony, that does have a little bit of caffeine. It's typically about 5 to 10% of a cup compared to a cup of coffee, so as you can see, it's very light. My best friend actually loved white peony tea at this cafe in New York that we used to go to. I got this because it made me think of her, and I really enjoy it. It's very light. It's not a heavy tea at all. I tend to go for teas that are a little lighter anyway. So this is really true to form for a white tea. It really focuses more on the tea than adding flavors to enhance it. The Pommy Berry is another herbal tea that I really liked. I haven't been using it as a hot tea. I've been using it as an iced tea. My husband really likes this flavor. I also use their something forest or mountain tea, I can't think of the name, but I can get back to you on that later, as an iced tea as well. This one is really great alone as well as combined with other flavors. And this is a tea that they specifically recommend for iced purposes, and I truly agree. It has a nice strong flavor and it can hold up well against the ice. And as you can see up here, I have tea, some of the loose teas that I have just steeping, so you can see how nicely they steep. And if I can get close enough for you, the tea itself is a whole tea. There's no fake fillers, ingredients in it. It's really nice chunks of fruit and tea, so you know it's made incredibly well, especially knowing that there are no fillers. Okay, so Two Leaves and a Bud has loose leaf tea and sachet. As you can see here, these are all the sachets. I'll open one up for you just so you can see it. And the beauty of the sachet is that it allows the whole leaf tea to expand in the sachet, which a lot of the time, that's why you find fillers with these smaller tea bags. This has a nice pyramid shape, and once the tea blossoms, it will still have room to give you the fullest flavor. That's another thing about Two Leaves and a Bud, is that it is all whole leaf tea. It is absolutely wonderful, rich, herby, and earthy tea. With that being said, on the sachets, here's the wrapper, and it tells you the time to steep, if it has caffeine, and how to steep it. Since this is an herbal, it would be steeped a little longer than some of the other types of teas at a full boil, and it's also caffeine-free, as we've discussed. So with the sachets that you see here, they come in sizes of 15, which is your typical box here, 90 or 100 slightly discounted from the 90. And then a traveler size, which I like. I have one that I carry around with me, and it only holds 4, but it's great if you just need to go to and from and you want a specific flavor of tea. You don't have to worry, you'll always have it. Now, there are loose leaf teas come packaged in a bag. I have a storage container here, but you can see this is my green rooibos, which is a great tea that I absolutely love. Great for the hair, the skin, and the nails. You can see whole tea here. Yes, I'm spilling it, that's okay. So this comes in 3 ounces up to a ½ pound per order. And they also have a few select teas that come in special gift cylinders, and they cover up to over 50 cups of tea. Now, the types of tea 2 Leaves and a Bud has is green, white, black, which are your standard. It also has herbal, rooibos, oolong, and wellness blends that they create for the body. They do have one specific for the belly. I believe there's one for sleep as well. And they're just great teas. Now, about the tea I was talking about earlier that I liked that was similar to the pommy berry was the alpine berry. I really liked that tea, especially as an iced tea. It was very strong. They actually recommend it hot because it's great during the winter season. I haven't had it during cold season yet, so I would like to try it again and reevaluate if I like it better hot once a cold season comes. Their jasmine tea, which I know is a popular tea amongst most people, is very, very strong. My husband loves strong tea. He really likes their jasmine tea. For me, it's a little stronger than I like, so I'd have to steep less or in more water or after 2 or 3 steeps have been done in the bag. Another thing about these bags is that they are so large and they're meant for real cups of tea, not the little itty bitties like I do have here. They're talking 16 ounces of tea, and they can also be re-steeped. So you're not just getting 15 cups of tea out of these babies, you're getting more than that because they can be re-steeped. So, 2 Leaves and a Bud is doing a fantastic giveaway on my blog. I'm really thrilled about it. It is a tea sampler giveaway with 18 types of tea that they sell on their site. All you have to do is go to my blog and enter. I'm going to make it a little easier this time because I find that people are contacting me via email as opposed to writing directly on my blog or mentioning me on Twitter or writing on YouTube as a comment. So from now on, I'm just going to have people be redirected to my blog, and then you can comment on my blog under the 2 Leaves and a Bud post and tell us why you'd like to win the 18-pack tea sampler and why you like 2 Leaves and a Bud. Just note that there are so many healing and health properties that I won't even begin to get into that benefit as a result of drinking tea. I drink several cups daily. I think it's a miracle worker, especially if I'm feeling sick or have a sore throat. It's always a great pick-me-up. And I'm saying that without caffeine too. It's always a great pick-me-up. And I think for all of you, it would be a wonderful sampler set to get a feel for what 2 Leaves and a Bud is like. Especially if you like tea and you don't want to spend a lot on tea if you're not sure of the flavor, this gives you the chance to experience the variety that 2 Leaves and a Bud have to offer. Also, once you're on my blog, if you look to the left of the video, the right on your screen, there is a link to 2 Leaves and a Bud. All you have to do is click the picture and it will take you right on in. I will also have a link at the bottom of this page as well so that you can check it out, research, do a little more, and see all the flavors that they do provide. But in the meantime, please enter. I really can't stress how exciting this giveaway was for me. I was so excited that they were willing to do this giveaway. So, it's 18 sachets, some of which you see here will be in the box, but it's 18 of them given to you by 2 Leaves and a Bud. I want to give them a big thank you. www.2leavesandabud.com. Check them out. Check me out, cupcakesringsandglitterythings.com. All you have to do is enter on my blog under the 2 Leaves post. Just say why you'd like to win and why you are interested in 2 Leaves and a Bud. Thank you all. Good luck to everyone and have a great weekend.